Everything have benefits and downsides. It's just like two sides of the coin. Yeah, I feel like why do we have a certain kind of accents like this? Well, double-edged swords, double-edged swords are various around every areas that we currently living in, and they are basically everywhere. And the most obvious example I could take probably is definitely social media. Social media does provide tons of benefits for people who know how to use it, probably, but it also give can also deliver can also deliver devastating consequence to people who don't know how to use it on the opposite side of the spectrum. And I noticed that people like there's a trend currently on our own world that is criticizing social media too much, criticizing the bad side of it without really acknowledging the good side of social media. Yes, the bad side is that people can be easily addicted to it. They may be lost in the endless joy of scrolling, scrolling that they just forgot about real life and the things that they need to care in real life. They become absent, their memories become duller, and maybe they also become easier to get distracted, easier to get ADHD, and various other kinds of mental disorder. But on the plus side, there also, but that's, but the harmful effect that I have, but the harmful effect that I have just, but the harmful effect that I have just listed. How do I say it persuasively, to be honest? But the harmful effects that I have just listed are only for people who overutilize it, overuse, overuse social media, and for people, and for the ones who know how to use it properly, there are tons of benefits. They can find people, they can find kinder souls in the age of digital. They can find kinder souls and community in the digital age. If they are struggling to find friends in real life, they can find online friends that are perhaps more suited to their personality, and maybe even soulmates online. There are various examples of that. So it can make a person less lonely and more fulfilling. The second thing is that social media does provide lots of informations and knowledge and learning opportunities. It's from emotional social context learning to pure science and informative videos. YouTube did a YouTube 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 did a YouTube did an outstanding yeah YouTube did an outstanding perform YouTube is an outstanding platform for that. Mm, the third thing is that people can also learn how to empathize to become more emotional and to learn how to better utilize the utilize their emotions and also learns from other past experience. And this one is more about things that we learn through direct witnessing and things that we learn through emotions instead of scientific um, rigid rules kind of stuff. That's a thing that it's it's a thing that we can get. It's a thing that we can get with proper use of social media and how to properly use it. You have to understand which platform is for which purpose. Like TikTok is just for personal. For example, TikTok is for personal matters and for a bit too entertainment driven. It's also hugely related to beauty, and it's kind of pure entertainment stuff. Instagram is for dark humor, but it's also really useful for other stuff. I mean, lots of social media platform nowadays. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. They all have AI training model that analyze what kind of content we want to see. And if we are actually interested in those scientific stuff, we can just scroll through and find scientific video to like and comments to likes and comments, and so that the platforms themselves would gradually recommend things that are actually useful to us. But I also understand why social medias get so much hate and criticized by the productivity sectors, by the people who values productivity and life meaning, because it's really easy to overuse or misuse social media, especially for teenagers or the young generations who aren't really aware of the bad, aren't really aware of the bad, aren't really aware aware of the bad benefits of social media. I'm trying to I'm trying to say things less in a less monotone manner. Like I'm trying to say things in a less monotone manner and to be to be more persuasive and less boring. But it's still hard. Still pretty hard for me to learn how to probably get some intonation in my sentence, and it feels forced. It does feel forced. Well, yes, I figure that I gotta do. I'm gonna have to do lots. I'm gonna need to do lots of shadowing technique to be able to learn how those accents and intonation work.